there could be more downside. And today and tomorrow will dictate where we go. Today's the 12th of March. And if we look at Bitcoin, we've had a very nice little bounce from the 78,000 level. But where we're sitting right now is slightly worrying. We are underneath the 200-day MA. We are underneath the box of fair value resistance. And to be honest, when we're looking at the market conditions, it's looking a bit dicey, especially as we have CPI print today and PPI print tomorrow. Usually there is a de-risking event at that point, but where we are right now is going to be a key level of support. If anyone wants to know the time of these releases, they are here. Now, looking at some other indicators, we look at the DXY, which is the dollar. We've had a lovely breakthrough that caused that bit of a pump in Bitcoin and in the S&P 500. But where it's settling right now is slightly worrying. As I said yesterday, this will have a deviation at one point, and where this goes today will dictate whether we go up or down. This going back up is bad for all risk on assets. Further down is good, means that people are putting more fiat into investments. Now, if we look at Bitcoin dominance, this is amazing. I can't believe that we are actually now settling outside the key reversal box. This looks more and more likely that this is going to go and touch the 62.9 level. Here is where my main area of concern will be. If this thing touches here and then has an aggressive reversal back, that might be an area, dare I say it, to go into alts again. Now the issue is, from here to here will cause a lot more problems in alts. If we look at USDT dominance, we look at a great rejection of the 5.84 level that we've presented many moons ago, but it's holding support above a key level. This is a higher high and a higher low. This means continuation up. Let's see. This doesn't bode well for Bitcoin and all altcoins in general. It means that people are putting money back into stable coins. I would look for a level around the 5.28% level. It breaking that level will mean that we're back on track on Bitcoin and on all altcoins. An interesting area is that finally we're getting a reduction of people using leverage trading at this present moment. We're still getting liquidations, but much less. Nothing near on the multiple $billion liquidations that we've been getting on a daily basis. This means a different type of sentiment in the market, and it's a wait and see and spot type of trading, which bodes well for a further movement up. Now, one interesting piece of information that an investment banker gave me is that the correlation between the VIX and the S&P 500 pump. He stated that there is a key level that where the VIX hits, it usually is followed by an aggressive pump up. If you correlate these large spikes, you see a further massive continuation up. We see it here, we see it here. Every time you correlate it, you can correlate it to a further continuation of the S&P 500. The issue is right now is that we're not close to there. So if we see this pump up and touch that area, that will cause and give a further indication of a run up to the next leg up. Now, what my worry is that where we are on the graph, where we are on with crypto and Bitcoin and the S&P 500 and the way that it's pulling back, that to there is going to only cause further downward pressure. That there is going to cause a spiking event, which will mean a pull down on all S&P 500 and Bitcoin type of assets. And that's why I say the 5,400 level, between where it is now to the 5,400 level, is the area that could potentially cause that and could potentially then cause the real run up. If we correlate this with the Bitcoin, you see the exact same thing. I've zoomed in a little bit. We saw a VIX spike and then a massive pump afterwards. We're not there. We got slowly, gradually going up. And I feel that if we get to here, there will be a point of a breaking point of something, which will then cause Bitcoin to then come down. I'm more and more thinking that the 72,000 area is now a given. It is going to go there, in my opinion. And the only thing that's going to change it is anything that causes a very, very positive CPI or PPI print. A lot of confluences getting to this level. We're seeing that this 72,000 level is looking more and more likely to be hit. We have to also understand, if we look at the daily volume of exchanges, it's just a downward trend. less and less and less people are investing into to crypto. That, in line with the lack of VIX spike, in line with where we are, in line with where the S&P 500, it's giving more and more confidence that there is one leg down. Now, this chart, I don't usually use RSI, I don't usually talk about it, but this is extremely important. Bitcoin's weekly close has to be above the 44.17 level. At each one of these points, it has marked the bottom of the run. We've had a little bit of a spike with this movement here, but I really do believe that this 72,000 area will conclude with the exact touch, maybe a small deviation below the 44.17 area. And if that level is held, if the weekly RSI level is held at that point there, where the 72,000 touches, where the VIX will spike, where various other factors will come into play, we will see a massive run up. This is my final understanding of the market. This is before the CPI print, and this is what I think. Copy this graph. See what I'm talking about. If you line this up, you will see that each one of those is correlated with a massive move up from that point. Now, in conclusion, I've talked a bit bearish right now, right? I've talked that might be one more leg down, but it's amazing CPI print, an amazing PPI print will cause a pump. It's just how much of a pump that will be the question. Whether we go and touch that downward trend line and then have an aggressive pull back down into the 72,000 area, then move up, will be the question. We will see. No one really knows what's going on right now. That's why markets, and especially Bitcoin, is just sitting where it is. It's in an area of indecision, but to be honest, it's below some real key areas of resistance. Let's see what happens. Today is going to be wild. Anyway, look, I do these type of things every day. I go live at 7:30 every day, UK time. So make sure you follow, like, and share. I am Alvarez, a 7-figure crypto investor, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.